Hi, Nick Dogle, North State Law, where we safeguard your professional license so you can get back to business. One question that I get quite frequently is how long will the process take from when I first receive a complaint against my professional license to conclusion of the whole complaint process? Not to give the typical lawyer answer, but I'm going to anyways because it really does depend. Depends on a lot of different factors. If you are dealing with a certain board or a certain agency, they might have a far backlog of cases, whereas another agency or board might have hardly any cases. There's also the possibility that a board is just run kind of inefficiently and they just take a long time for whatever reason. Could also be, you have a case where honestly the best option might be a contested hearing, and if that's the case, the timeline for some boards might be farther out. You might get a contested hearing within 6 months with some boards. It might be 9, 12, 18, sometimes 24 months. In the case of one board, which will go unnamed, can be around 3 to 4 years. So that's why it really just depends. Depends on the profession, depends on the board, depends on the personnel that are working with the board, depends on how willing they are to offer something to resolve it to the satisfaction of the licensee to get them back, get them to keep working, I should say. So it really, really is agency and board specific. I would say, just generally speaking, if you have a complaint filed pretty much with any board or agency, I would not be surprised if the very shortest is about 6 months, and the very longest being anywhere from that 3 to 4 year time frame, depending on whether or not you need a contested hearing. And there's also the possibility, like if it's a basically a bad complaint in regards to should have never been filed before, obviously that's going to be on the much shorter end, because the investigators can look at it, certain members of the board that are charged with certain aspects of being on an investigative committee, for example, they'll look at stuff and they'll go, yeah, this is garbage, it should never been filed, and they'll dismiss it. If it's a situation like that, then it's most likely going to be on the 3 to 6 month end, typically. As it progresses, obviously the time gets dragged out, and the closer the more probability of you having to do a contested hearing and actually requesting it, the longer it would get dragged out as well. So I hope that answers that question. If you got any follow-up questions, please check out my website. I got a lot of blogs on there. That's northstatelawfirm.com. Also have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. It's under my last name, Dogle, Dowgul. I'm going to be the only Dogle on there, so that's going to be me when you find it. If you don't find the answer on there, then you can give my office a call. It's 919-521-8810. And we will set you up with a free 15-minute discovery call to have with a member of my staff. They'll be happy to answer any and all questions that you have. And if you need anything else, just call, like I said. So hope everybody has a great day, and thanks for joining me once again. Bye-bye.